Balikan na po natin ang pagdinig sa Senado.
Under paragraph 1, scope of cooperation. Subject to existing and applicable treaties and each participant's domestic laws, the participants will cooperate on the following fields for effective suppression and control of drug crimes. Number 1, exchange of information and data on drug crimes, which shall include but not limited to the following. Each participant will provide to the other an updated list of drug suspects who are citizens of others participants with complete profile if possible. Do you get that or do you do that?
We do that, Your Honor.
How come you did not tell us before, Andel?
During the bilateral meetings, Your Honor, we give them, particularly when we have international conventions, Your Honor, we do
No,
bilateral.
but you have regular meetings here.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how come hindi nyo nasabi yan doon sa yung mga nahuli nyo na Taiwanese na may pangalan, yung nahuli natin dito sa binililitis na kaso ngayon? Nasabi ba yan?
No, Your Honor. We have been meeting with our Chinese counterparts, Your Honor, when we have convention.
But you will forgive me because I asked you and I don't want to have to call to the TSN. Anong participation, anong cooperation binibigay sa inyo? Sabi nyo, hindi kayo pinapansin. Yan rin ang sinabi sa akin nung Undersecretary of Justice, hindi sila masyadong pinapansin. Baka ikako, hindi kayo pinapansin dahil nung araw, and I will notice this, araw, nagkagalit ang gobyerno ng Pilipinas at ang China.
Your Honor, we do communicate with our counterpart, but they don't give us the official answer. We do it on like Viber with other communications.
No, I think you should do it not by Viber but by official.
That's why, Your Honor, we cannot tell you the official response of our counterpart because it's not official, Your Honor. And that's why we are telling you that we are waiting for their official answer, Your Honor.
This is official.
Yes, Your Honor. But on this particular case, Your Honor, we don't have the official answer to our inquiries, Your Honor.
Yun dito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero,
but we are cooperating with them, particularly on the big...
I have it on the highest authority now that if you ask them, they'll give it to you. I was assured that.
Yes, Your Honor. But on this particular case, Your Honor...
on this particular case.
Yes, Your Honor. We will be following it up, Your Honor.
I'm telling you. And
yes,
in fact, we develop a very good relationship with each other. B, each participant will provide to the other the profile or status of any arrested drug personality who is a citizen of the other participant for the purpose of conducting further investigation in the latter's country. I think you should take advantage of this. Don't you think so?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you speaking as director now or...
Yes, Your Honor.
I think you better speak, Director, because you're the one in charge. I think the gentleman beside you is about to go to the Bureau of Customs. What was that?
I agree with what you have said, Your Honor.
Thank you. Try to speak well so I can understand you. Thank you. Cooperation in drug investigations.
We do, Your Honor.
Assistance in repatriation of drug criminals.
None so far, Your Honor.
Well, maybe you're not paying attention to this. This is an institution that you built with the Chinese. And you can always refer to this. You have a legal department, don't you? You can prepare a letter consistent with the memorandum of understanding and the protocols that we agreed with, signed between Mr. La Peña and Mr. Huming lang, Director General. You can now get it. Meron ka na ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm making you aware of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ang Senado po, hindi po kami uupo dito at tatanggapin namin ang lahat ng kabuktutan, lahat ng katamaran at lahat ng hindi ginagawa ng gobyerno, including judges, including PIDEA, including NBI, including Bureau of Customs. Kaya kami lumalabas dito. Ano po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kaya gawin nyo rin po yan. Ano po?
We will do that, Your Honor.
Ang sasagutin nyo lang dito, opo, gayon, gagawin na po namin kung di nyo pa nagagawa. Opo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mode of cooperation. The participants should cooperate with each other. Para malaman ng publiko ito. Under the protocol and designate working level, focal points, and determine specific measures for cooperation by frequent consultation. Paragraph 3. Dito yung sinasabi natin. Meeting. The participants will hold when practicable annual meetings or whenever necessary. Take note, or whenever necessary. In any case, specific such as the date, venue, attendees, and agenda of the meeting shall be determined by the participants with prior consultation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Exchange of experience. Participants may send their narcotics investigators to the other participants for training or research. Specifics such as the training date, location, trainees and training or research subject will be determined by the participants with prior consultations.
We do that, Your Honor. In fact, by October 14 to 28,
I'm aware of that. You're going to have a big exercise. Training.
yes, Your Honor.
We do our homework, you know.
Yes, Your Honor.
Each participant will bear the participant's own expenses. Yun ang masakit. May pera naman kayo siguro, no? Huwag kayo magpapapadala doon. Huwag kayo magpapahingi ng pera sa kanila. Will bear the participants' own expenses for cooperation, investigation, regular meetings or trainings unless any other arrangements are agreed upon within the participants and consultation. So you should ask that in your budget. Nagbabudget tayo, humingi kayo ng pera para kaya natin harapin na hindi tayo makikiusap, na hindi natin tatawagin si Kabise. Alright?
We will do that, Your Honor.
Thank you. Paragraph 6, confidentiality. Hindi ko na sabihin yan. Bigyan kita ng kopya. May kopya ka ba nito?
We have, Your Honor.
Oo, nasaan? Saan?
The copies are with the Director for Legal and
You're
Prosecution
like
Service.
Perdona. You have a lawyer on the side, a lady lawyer who wishes to you. The cellphone. Oh, andyan naman pala lahat eh. Oh. Ngayon mo naman nakita yan? Ngayon na ano, masabi ka totoo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. At least you're honest. Para wala nang lusutan sa susunod. NBI, take note. Ha? Refusal of request. Ayan, refusal of request. Oh. Pag tinangya, a participant may refuse a request from the other participant in its entity or in any part if the execution of the request may jeopardize the sovereignty, security, or public interest of its respective state, in which case a notice of refusal stating its reason will be promptly provided to the requesting participant. Pwede kang humindi, pwede silang humindi kung national interest or may public interest na involved. Ha? At saka sovereignty. Kaya pag pinag-usapan nyo yung splat list, medyo tawagin nyo kami ng konti dyan. Oxytrillanes. I'm sorry, hindi pala. Dahil sabi, hindi raw issue is carbon-resolution. Biro lang yan, biro lang. I have to smile a bit. Any dispute arising from the interpretation, application, or implementation of this protocol will be settled amicably by consultations or negotiations within the participants through diplomatic channels. Effectivity, this protocol will come into effect on the date of its signature. The protocol will be effective for 5 years and will be renewed for similar periods unless one participant officially notifies the other participant to diplomatic channels of its intention to suspend or terminate this protocol. In such a case, the protocol will remain valid until 60 days after the date on which one participant receives an official notification from other participant expressing the desire of this latter to suspend or terminate the validity of this protocol. Now, to your knowledge, and I'll talk to Mr. Villanueva whether Did you ever use this protocol at any time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo naman.
Sir, our Director General has signed that document, and he was always telling us that we have the protocol.
And my question is, have you used it in writing?
We wrote them, Your Honor, in formal. We formally wrote them, Your Honor.
I will take your word for it.
Yes, Your Honor. We
If
formally
you don't
wrote
want me to
them.
take your word for it, I will ask you to give me the letters that you've sent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We will be, Your Honor.
That's right. If you don't want me to take your word for it,
You can take my word, Your Honor.
okay. So, seryoso, sabi ko lang eh.
On right, sir. On right, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Termination of this protocol will not affect the implementation of any ongoing activities or projects unless both participants wish to decide otherwise. Signed in Beijing, October 20, 2016, with original copies each in English and in Chinese. Languages for both texts. This was signed in 2001, correct?
We have the renewal na 2016, Your Honor.
No, the MOU was signed in 2001. This protocol was signed in 2016.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of that? Signed. Signed. Will you please tell me what the nice lady is telling you?
With the permission of the chairman, may I just refer to the lady for the para sir makumpleto na yung ano.
Chance, ha? Chance. First time ka. Prima para ka eh. Chance. Pero next time, hindi na pwede yan, ha? What's your name?
Attorney Zarina Aquino, sir.
Attorney?
Zarina Aquino.
Garila.
Zarina.
Zarina. Okay. Ang ganda naman ang pangalan mo. Zarina. Okay, raise your right hand, please.
I do, Your Honor.
Yes, okay, thank you. All right. So you have a copy of this sign?
I have in our office, Your Honor. We didn't bring it today, but I have a copy here in my phone. Not signed, Your Honor.
Okay, that's right, all right. I'm glad that you're efficient enough to put it on your sign. Do you go with your director OIC all the time? General Fajardo?
I'm the Deputy Director General of APN, Your Honor.
But you're the OIC right now, right?
No, we now have our Director General.
So, sino ba? Si Sid Lapenya pa rin?
No, Your Honor, Director General Aaron Aquino.
Aaron Aquino.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the Sarina is also an Aquino. Are you related? Okay, thank you. How come he doesn't appear here? You know, we abolished the road board yesterday because for failure of the head to appear, and that is going to stay abolished.
Your Honor,
This is the third meeting that we've not had him.
he assumed September 12, and this morning as he had a MOU signing with the royal tie, Your Honor.
Royal tie.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I will excuse that for the moment, but next time please attend.
I will inform you, Your Honor.
All right. I just wanted to show you that because we have other documents that I will just show my colleagues here. But in any case, it shows that they are willing to cooperate, and I understand they gave hefty amounts. Are you aware of that? Billions of pesos were given to PIDEA and the armed forces, including vests, including equipment, texting equipment. Are you aware of that?
No, Your Honor.
I will just cite the others here because this includes everything from typhoons to one, no? But among this is for PIDEA. They even gave donations for wounded soldiers and families of the fallen soldiers. And engineering equipment to Marawi. No, don't put it there, please. Don't put it there. I'm not at liberty to do that, even for the flu outbreak. But I had another copy that showed support to the PDEA. And it's... okay. Okay, news article na lang. We'll just post the news article para hindi niya masasabing hindi sila nagbigay. Para naman masabi ng Chinese ambassador that I was also forthright. There were other things that I cannot reveal here. Well, it's there. Malagay dyan yung nag-sign kayo ng agreement. Alright? But I guess okay, very important. Bureau of Customs. There are many abandoned containers in customs. Is that correct? By the way, while you're thinking about the answer, I just saw Mr. Rayner. Aren't you supposed to be in Beijing as the liaison officer of the Bureau of Customs in Beijing? That was what I was told. Did you reject it?
I am not aware of it, Your Honor.
Well, I'm telling you, you were supposed to be there, not here.
I'm really not aware of it, Your Honor.
Well, you better find out from your superiors, because that's where they were looking for you when they sent the text message to you concerning Mr. Chan. Anyway, do you have an answer, General Karma?
Your Honor, I am aware of it, but I do not have first-hand information. I'll find out and I'll get back to you.
Your Honor, under Customs Memorandum Order number 24-2015, procedures in the processing of importer or consignee's request for extension of period to file entry declaration, continuous processing or entry similar, and tagging of abandonment and other similar requests. They don't file an entry within 30 days. It shall not be extendable from the date of discharge of the last package from the vessel or aircraft, and this would be considered abandoned. Is that correct? Captain Gambara?
Yes, sir. Upon the arrival of shipment, sir, within 15 days, if they are not be able to file an entry, sir, it will be deemed as abandoned. But however, they will still be given 15 days, sir, to appeal or write the collector. And after that, in total, sir, about 30 days, sir, they will be deemed as abandoned, sir.
And do you know for a fact that there are many abandoned containers in the customs area?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you allowed to open them?
Yes, sir, because it should be examined, sir. Especially if it's a perishable goods, or because it should as far as if it is abandoned, sir, it could be used as for auction, sir.
Would it be reasonable? Yes.
May I just interject in relation to the topic or the issue at hand? So, after 30 days, yung 15 plus 15, basta abandoned, hindi pwedeng i-release. Impossible to be released.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you confirm that, ano? Kasi abandoned na eh.
Yes, sir.
Dapat yan, forfeited in favor of the
Forbidden
government.
favor of the government, sir.
Pagka na-release, anong parusa? Pag na-release ng commissioner ng customs, yung declared abandoned, say naglapse yung 15 days, another extension of 15 days, o umabot halimbawa ng 45 days. Kung na-release pa rin ng customs commissioner.
It should not be, hindi dapat, sir, i-release, sir.
Pero kung na-release nga,
It's a violation, sir. There's a violation on that.
Kung halimbawa ang agricultural products yung release, walang import permit, after the lapse of say, sabihin natin, 45 days.
Actually, sir,
Yun, di ba?
it will undergo, ano, sir, a hearing, sir, to find out, sir.
Abandon na nga eh. Tapos na eh. Ano pang hearing? At nirelease pa rin, in spite of having been declared abandoned and forfeited in favor of the government, nirelease ng Customs Commissioner, agricultural products, and we passed a law last year, Anti-Agricultural Smuggling Act of 2016.
Yes, sir.
Ang threshold ng rice is, alam mo ba, 10 million, di ba? Threshold.
Yes, sir, for
Pag lumabas ang 10 million pesos worth, economic sabotage,
sabotage, sir.
no bail.
Yes, sir.
Pag other agricultural products, 1 million, like garlic, onions. Pag lumabas ng 1 million, economic sabotage,
Yes, sir.
no bail.
Yes, sir.
Pagka public official ang involved, maximum penalty, perpetual disqualification.
I'll find out, sir, about it.
I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
Section 4. And then, hindi na pwedeng bumoto in future elections, di ba? I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah, please continue. So on record, basta't lumampas ng 15 days and 15 days, abandoned na yan. Hindi na pwedeng i-order na release.
The rules is it's already abandoned.
No, as far as the law.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Ay, Mr. Chairman, baka pwedeng kumuha ng, kasi may resource person ako pina-invite. Anyway, tatawid na rin tayo sa TARA issue and corruption. I would just like to manifest for the record na I had Attorney Alcaraz invited kasi 25 years sa customs, and his name was suggested to me by a friend who used to be deputy commissioner long time ago.
Yes.
And I thought that he would be a good resource person pagdating sa procedure, not necessarily on the TARA system, but on procedure that should be followed pertaining to alert orders, LOA, and I think he will be a good resource person along that line. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'll keep that in mind. I just want to say the reason why I was asking the questions of concerning abandoned containers is there any possibility, and I'll ask Attorney Mr. Alcaraz this as well, that there are drugs in those containers na natitira pa?
Well, Mr. Chairman, the only way to find out is to have them open.
That's precisely what I'm saying.
Anything is possible, Mr. Chairman.
That's good. In other words, you are now allowed to open them, whether they're perishable or not. If they're abandoned, they belong to the state, and the state can now open them. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's now the property of the Republic of the Philippines.
Yes, although there are exceptions,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
and I don't want to read exceptions anymore. There are exceptions beyond the abandonment, right? And it is the collector of customs or deputy collector that can lift it, right?
Yes, Your Honor, it presupposes that the goods have not yet been declared abandoned.
No, it has been declared abandoned, but there are exceptions. Under the preceding sections, the district collector of customs may, at the written request of the importer or consignee, within the period provided, extend the time limit for goods declaration for reasons deemed valid, such as if the failure to file entry was due to fraud, accident, mistake, excusable negligence, or force majeure, right?
That is right, Mr. Chairman. What I'm saying is once the shipment has been declared abandoned, it's forfeited already in favor of the government, and it can never be released anymore unless the release was due to public auction or something like that.
I must be reading these rules wrong then. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, but we're actually talking about two different things. What the law says is that if a shipment is declared impliedly abandoned, if after 15 days the importer failed to follow up with the release of the shipment through the reasons you have stated, fraud, mistake, or any other reason stated in the law, then the importer, by writing the district collector concerned, can request for the lifting of the abandonment, provided that the shipment has not yet been, in the meantime, finally declared abandoned and forfeited in favor of the government. It has to be within the
I'm not going to
period.
debate with you, but I just got this now, and I'm trying to discern what you're trying to say, and I don't see the implied abandonment here. I will let him read it because I just want to be sure I have the law correctly. So, if they are totally abandoned, as you say, would it be correct for the department, or the new collector of customs, to open up all these abandoned containers and find out whether there are still drugs na hindi nailusot?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it is the duty of the district collector, once furnished with the list of shipments already abandoned, to order the inventory of these abandoned shipments for proper disposition, Mr. Chairman.
And dati nung meron pang tinatawag na command and control, sila ang nakikialam doon. Ganun ba? Mr. Gambala?
No, sir, because it's the disposition of
Center.
it is under the disposition of the port concern, sir, the collector, district collector, sir. They're the ones who
So
should...
they still have to request your office to open it because sinentralized niya.
No, sir, actually, no, sir. They could, because they're the one who issues abandonment proceedings, sir, in the shipment. So
They don't need your one. I mean,
Yes,
there's
sir.
no trick question here.
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to trick you into anything. I don't
they
do that.
they can open it anytime, sir.
So they can open it.
Yes, sir.
So, thank you and welcome. And thank you for taking the effort. I know that you had another meeting, Commissioner La Peña. Thank you very much. In the light of that information, and I know there's a lot of congestion in customs. There are probably thousands of abandoned. Would you say that? Thousands? Hundreds?
Definitely in that vicinity, Mr. Chairman. Yeah.
In the interest, therefore, of cleaning up the customs area so that you would have more legroom or space, would it be wise to open up these boxes before adequate witnesses, appropriate witnesses, to find out whether, in fact, along with the NBI or PIDEA, para malaman baka may drugs pa dyan?
Yes, Your Honor. We will act on those abandoned container vans appropriately.
When you do so, may I send a representative from the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee to do so?
Yes, Your Honor.
Properly notified, of course?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, we'd like to do that. We'd like to see firsthand what is happening in your department. Finally, I understand, sir, that you have now raised the benchmark. Do you agree with that policy of benchmarking?
No, Your Honor. We did not. I did not mention of benchmarking when I assumed office, Your Honor. But what I mentioned is correct valuation, Your Honor.
But because I was told that now umaabot na ng 150 per container, hindi na 40.
Yes, Your Honor. From 40 it went to 80, and then it went to 100, it went to 120, and about in that range, Your Honor.
120. And that is based on your information now.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not based on any order from you na nagbe-benchmark.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, what I found out, Your Honor, is there is still benchmarking, Your Honor.
Meron pa rin?
Yes, Your Honor. But I'm monitoring this. In fact, as I have emphasized to the collectors that it has to be correct valuation, Your Honor.
If I remember correctly, when you have a benchmark of 120 or 150, you can collect about 680 billion pesos.
That's right, Your Honor, if we go by correct valuation.
438 billion, one benchmark yung 120. Very near your target of 480. If you benchmark it to 170, you will surpass your target.
That's right.
But we're not benchmarking.
Yes, Your Honor.
We just want to have actual valuation.
Yes, Your Honor. Correct valuation, Your Honor.
I hope you will succeed, and I want you to succeed, and we all want you to succeed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because you get all our support, because nahihirapan kami magtaas ang taxes sa tao kung mayroong ganyan eh. Kung yung benchmarking 40, lugi-lugi naman ang tao na sisigilin pa natin ang buwis na malaki dahil hindi natin makuha dapat makolekta sa customs.
That's right, Your Honor.
And I'm glad you're imbued with that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, kay Commissioner La Peña, striking a balance between revenue collection and enforcement, yan ang pinaka-thickness, di ba? Kasi pag hinigpitan mo, and mabuti na din si Attorney Nage, mga customs, representing the customs brokers. Pag naghigpit sa customs, ang tendency, makiramdam yung mga brokers, hindi na muna magpaparating. Therefore, yung collection, or baka magsabotahe. Maybe I'm not referring to you, maybe I'm referring to the players. No. Kasi hindi naman kayo magsasabotahe dahil kailangan nyo rin talaga, may mga kliyente kayo. But, assuming na talaga mahigpit, and single lang yung standard, wala na yung tara, wala na yung mga padulas sa mga dinadaan ng mga sections and everything. How do you foresee the collection? Based on experience and based on foresight?
Your Honor, based on our experience, we legitimate customs brokers, whether we like it or not, even though the system is strict or not, we are following the law, we are filing an entry based on that. No? However, based on other kind of place in the Bureau of Customs, that's correct, assuming the Bureau will strictly follow the law. Players will not, will not send shipments to the Philippines.
Okay, so eto, kasi may pinakitang datos kanina si Chairman, 4.3 million containers a year, Pilipinas. In other words, divided by 52 weeks, that's 81,346 containers a week, di ba? And 11,600 containers a day. Pag nagigpit pa yung bagong Customs Commissioner, wala nang tara, basta lahat ngayon, valuation, magsasuffer ba yung parating?
Your Honor, marami po kasing parating, maraming kind sa parating. There are so many shipments like those paying duties and taxes or commercial shipments, and those not paying duties and taxes. Those paying duties and taxes, most likely, malilimitahan po yun. No? But again, sir, kasi especially yung mga traders, po yan parang market forces din po yan. No? So,
plus minus yan eh. Yung mamemeno sa tara, ibabayad sa buwis. Makakatipid pa nga, hindi ba?
Yes, on that note, sir, that is correct. If there will be no more tara system, the importers will just come in and pay.
Yes.
And meaning to say, mapupunta po lahat yan sa gobyerno. So, mas gaganda po yan.
Ang problema, kung pahirapan kayo sa flow ng papeles, dahil nawala yung tara, gagawa ng paraan yung taga-customs diyan, scrupulous ones, gagawa ng paraan, pahirapan kayo. So, demurahin nyo, tataas. So, we're looking for solutions here, andito yung customs, andito yung Customs Brokers Association. Maybe we can find a solution na hindi mag-suffer yung collection kasi siyempre yun ang takot ng customs eh. Pero kung wala magsasabotahe within Customs Bureau and bawal na lahat yung mga players, tulad sabi ko nga kanina, they should devise a method by which hindi na makapasok yung mga players kundi mga customs brokers na lang and authorized representatives. Ang tanong ko lang is kung ganun ba kahigpit, paano mababawasan yung importation?
Your Honor, kung ganun po ang sistema, hindi po mababawasan yan. Kung talaga pong wala ng tara system, wala nang nanggigipit sa mga importer.
So the ball is in the hands of customs. Kasi kung wala mangiipit doon at tuloy-tuloy yung papeles, hindi magsasabi ng koleksyon.
Exactly, Your Honor.
So a lot has to do with enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Rin, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Sid, your comment?
That's right, Your Honor. In fact, when I had a meeting with the stakeholders, the a group association of importers. They said that
Please clarify. You met with the legitimate importers, not the players, huh?
yes, Your Honor, they are legitimate. It's the Chinese Filipino Federation. That's one of the first group that I have met, Your Honor, and I will continue meeting them, including the brokers association, the legitimate one. And they said that they don't have a problem with paying the right taxes. What they just want is a facilitated process of the goods that arrive for them. Yun lang naman ang kailangan gawin. So, on our part, of the Bureau of Customs, I have talked with the officers, employees of the Bureau of Customs, that we have to do our part and process the papers that in a facilitated way, because that's what the businessman wants. And if we can deliver that, Your Honor, I think the gentleman, the broker gentleman, I agree with his comment, his observation.
Siguro pwede mo sabihin sa mga customs employees, sa mga staff doon, officials, kumita na naman kayo, baka pwedeng mag-start na tayo from this baseline, wala nang kitaan. Of course, hindi ka kasama doon kasi bagong upo ka pa lang. Siguro gano'n na magandang message. Anyway, nakaipon na siguro kayo, and I'm sure you conveyed that message already, no? And I'll be vocal about this, you know? When I talk to customs officials, present and past, especially present, you know, I would advise them to go all out in supporting you because I know that you're well-intentioned. And pangatawanan mo na yan, Sid.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, but when I told them to stop Tara, I mentioned of compensatory measures that can be resorted to, and that one is the incentive reward system. If the Bureau of Customs hits its target, then there is a reward system to that effect. At least 20%.
That's precisely what I was going to ask you for the last question. The attrition law has got to be enforced.
Yes, Your Honor. Because
the sinabi sa amin ni Undersecretary Tenco, pagka nakuha niya yung amount na yan, paghahatian is about 1.5 billion ata o 15 billion, whichever is what. That's even for 1.5 billion, malaking amount yan sa mga tao natin. And if they can do it in Singapore, if they can do it in China, they can do it everywhere na walang Tara. I don't know, the day must come, and it must be now, where the Tara does not exist. But more importantly, I heard the President say last night, there's a speech sa Public Affairs of sa PAO, Public Attorney's Office. And that's why I've been very, very vehemently passionate here, not passionate, angry. I only use the word angry, but I have to. Is when you cross the line on drugs, iba na yan. Sabi ng Presidente, hindi ko akalain na pati sa customs, papasukan ng droga. At galit na galit siya kahapon. I hope you heard that speech. Hindi niya akalain na sa Bureau of Customs, gagawin na magpapasok ng droga. So sa mga tiga-customs, pinapaabot ko sa inyo yan. Dahil talagang, kung ano ang puno, ng dulo, yun ang babae. And I'm glad, General Peña, you're there because, kaya ako sinabi yan para ma-encourage kayo. Because maraming tumawag sa akin at sinabi kagad, okay, pagpasok ninyo, tumaas na raw, mali pa yung pagkasabi, tumaas na yung tatawag na benchmarking, umabot na ng 120. Tama yung sinabi nyo, una nag-80, ngayon nag-120, kung makuha natin yung 170, I think the country will owe you a great honor and that should be bestowed upon you and your family. And I think people in Customs will again be proud to serve na walang lokohan. To my mind, you really have to get the people in Customs to sign up on this. You're an honorable man, the way I look at you, but I've also been wrong sometimes. I look at honorable men and they turn out sour. I hope this will not be the case. On that note, I don't want to ask any more questions. pending the arrival of the affidavit of Secretary Aguirre, we're ready to make our report, and I guess it will be a very report based on what we gathered here. A lot of work has been undertaken here, and believe me, it's been very, very difficult for my staff, the Blue Ribbon particularly, and my staff that have worked long hours. And I know the staff of Senator Lacson, staff of some of the senators have been working as well. We are serious here, especially on drugs. And we are also serious that we need the collection to go up. So we appeal to you to do your work, gawin niyo po lahat yan, at para sa ganon, magkaroon at may balik ang tiwala, at mas importante, sabi nga, kahit na sana ko magpasa, pinabasa ko si Hamilton ngayon, na siya siyang naging Secretary of Finance, the first one. Ang kanyang panukala, palagi, ay ang customs maayos. Kailangan, meron tayong customs na naglalaban-laban ng mga states ng araw. May taas ang customs para makagawa tayo ng Army at ng Navy para ang Amerika hindi malulusob ng sinuman, para magkaroon ng tapat na hustisya ang bansa natin at edukasyon. Sabi ni Hamilton, kailangan yan. And I just repeat that here. That was in the 1780s when they did that, when he became the first Secretary of Finance. And he was also in charge of customs. So it's my hope that by citing that, everybody will be on the same page on this matter. Especially the brokers. Kayo ang nagpapacilitate ng kalokohan dyan. Hindi naman lahat, pero yung mga fixer, I hope, tamaan yung mga fixer, yung mga player. Dapat ilagay nyo yung mga litrato ng mga fixer dati. Doon, at dapat, I suggested earlier, sa lahat ng pasukan, kahit saan, dapat lalakad ang papel na walang natutulak. Dapat may tiga-receive kung may complaint, pero hindi kakausapin yung assessor, hindi kakausapin yung sino man, para sa ganun lalakad ang papel ng maayos na pareho kikita naman lahat lalo na doon sa attrition law. So, pakiiral nyo rin po yung attrition law. Dapat maraming tanggalin sa customs kung hindi nagawa yan. At dapat magkaroon tayo siguro ng bagong eskulahan ng customs para yung kultura, katulad din ng police, yung kultura ng enforcement of law firmly and fairly ay mangyari para may pampalit kayo, para hindi naman overconfident yung mga customs dyan na hindi sila mapapalitan dahil mahirap makukuha ng pagpalit. Siguro yung paikot-ikot rin dapat magawa. Sinabi rin ito ng ambassador ng China. Pag-alalan nyo na pag-alis doon, dapat merong pre-departure inspection. Para bago dumating dito, alam na natin kung anong darating. Sinabi rin ni Senator Trinidad, sinasabi din namin. Sinabi rin namin, I think Senator Lacson, I think also made mention of that, and some other senators. We are behind you, and hopefully we can finally find our way clear into having a good system here. So, with the permission of Senator Lacson, we will cross over to our next investigation on the privilege speech of Senator Lacson, and we will do it with the same zeal. And we will not, I will close the meeting on the drugs, but will not abandon our pursuit of the resolution of the cases filed with respect to drugs. I want to be clear on that. To the representatives of the Secretary of Justice, PIDEA, and Customs, and NBI, we will continue to pursue that even if we terminate this case. With the help of the other senators, we want to make sure that we win in the case against drugs. And we will not hesitate to drop the hammer on anyone, at least as far as the Blue Ribbon is concerned. We will write the Ombudsman, we will write the Supreme Court, and we will make sure that copies of this investigation are given them. And you can be assured that we will communicate with other countries when we feel that the executive is not doing their job well. And of course, we have the power that Senator Lacson used the other day. We have the power of the forum of the Senate to unmask those who are corrupt and to reveal those who are doing wrong so that justice may fall, as they say, even if the heavens fall. Thank you all very much, and we shall have our next hearing on September 25, and tomorrow we will have our report stated. Senator Bam has made a reservation to ask for a few questions. So, if you don't mind, Mr. Senator Lacson, I will suspend muna. Senator Bam has requested to ask questions.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, but by your leave, I have to preside over a hearing at 1 o'clock. So
I was going to ask you to preside so that I can ask questions in the other hearing. You know, this is budget time. Kung nagtataka yung ibang mga nanonood, ba't ko konti, Senador, busy ulat kami for the last month and a half because of the budget. Daming tuwa natin dito, nagtatanong kami lahat dito, kaya hirap na hirap kami. Ang dami-dami namin iniimbisigan, dami-dami pa namin ginagawa sa budget. Your Senate does not sleep. A lot of our people are working. The Finance Committee Chairperson, Senator Lugarda, hirap na rin, and all the others, all of us, chair commissions on that. So natatrabaho po ang inyong Senado. Senator, Mr. La Peña, did you have any other questions to add?
Yes, Your Honor. May I just make mention, Your Honor, of another compensatory measure that I will be recommending very soon. It's the exception of the Bureau of Customs from the salary standardization law, for us to be able to increase a little bit
You know, sir, ang exception nyo yung attrition law. Pairanin nyo muna yung attrition law, and I promise you, I'm sure I can speak for Senator Lacson, we will fight for that.
Mr. Chairman, I was talking with former Commissioner Morales. At what point, alam mo, Sid, nakuha nila 800 million pesos.
Yes, Your Honor.
Doon sa attrition law, yung sa incentives. Pag masipag din kayo, para na rin kayo na-exempt sa salary standardization.
Doon nyo lang po padaanin.
Huwag na sa TARA, doon na lang sa attrition. Ang laki rin na makukuha nyo, I assure you.
Pinaghirapan po namin yung attrition law doon sa previous session, previous Congress. Kaya pagpilitan po ninyo yan. At you can do that kung di nyo titigilan araw-araw ang pagbabantay. Sapagkat kailangan talaga bantayan eh.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
But you have our support for so long as you're doing the job. I will suspend it in behalf of Senator Lacson, Senator Aquino. In the meantime, I think you already had lunch. I have not had my lunch, so but I will go first to the hearing so I can go back. Will the ComSec please call me the moment Senator Aquino is here, and I will temporarily suspend. The next hearing is on September 25th. At what time? At 9 o'clock in the morning, September 25th. Okay. Senator Aquino is here, and I will turn over the gavel to him. He will be adequate. One day, I hope you can be the Blue Ribbon Committee chairman as well. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be a lawyer. So, I did not suspend it. In the meantime, Senator Aquino will continue on. I will.
I'm a member.
I will thank you all. I have to go to the SBMA and the other government corporations hearings. I will turn over to a very adequate senator, and he can suspend it
pending the next hearing.
Pending the next hearing. So ordered.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. I have very few questions. This is just a loose end from the previous hearing. Si Mr. Bartes here. Gusto ko lang kong tanungin. Narinig niyo po yung pangalan ninyo sa nakaraang hearing?
Opo.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Alright, yung konteksto nung nakarang hearing is we had asked Attorney Anderson, who was the Chief of Staff of Commissioner Faildon, kung meron po dun sa 5 grupo na binanggit ni Senator Lacson na nakikiusap sa kanila. Yung 5 grupo pong yon, meron yung Bangayan Group, meron po yung Gamboa Group, meron daw grupo na Santos, at may grupo na Davao Group, no? Ang nasabi po ni Mandy, ni Attorney Anderson, is 2 daw po dun sa 5 ang nagpakilala sa kanya. Yung isa daw po, yung Gamboa Group, si Kimberly Gamboa daw mismo yung nagpakilala sa kanya at may pinakikiusapan. Yung pangalawa daw po ay yung Davao Group. So tinanong ko, sino po doon? Sabi, meron daw BOC official na nagpakilala sa kanya bilang membro o representante ng Davao Group at kayo daw po yon. So gusto ko lang po, para lang kung may chance rin po kayong sumagot, ano po ba yung nangyari sa conversation po ninyo ni Attorney Anderson?
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Ganito po kasi, Mr. Chair, nung pag-assume po ng office ni former Commissioner Faildon, actually, I belong to the BOC full of lecturers. Nagle-lecture po ako, sir, Mr. Chair, sa valuation. Yun po ang forte ko. So, she was one of the attendees during that time. And sometime yung binanggit niyang August, ang maalala ko lang doon, Mr. Chair, was I was made part of a committee para po ma-hit ang target. Ito po kasi yung naging specialization bilang lecturer. Na-hit po yung target ng port kung saan man ako napupunta dahil yun po yung specialization ko, assessment. So nung nasama po ako sa Committee on Revenue Enhancement, nagpunta po ako kay Com para tanungin kung ano po ang magiging role ng committee or as a member anong gagawin. And wala po si Com, so I chance upon kay Attorney Mandy po. And during that time din po, sinabihan na rin ako na dahil nag-resign na po yung mga previous commissioners po, Honorable Senator, ako na po yung mag-chairman ng implementing rules, IRR ng alert orders. So, during the conversation po, nabanggit yun na maraming alert orders, maraming negative, so nadidelay yung pag-assign pa lang sa assignment pa lang po sa ICTSI, ATI, naabot daw po ng ilang araw. So, ito rin po yung reason sa CMTA na napakahigpit, dapat bilisan talaga yung napag-aralan na namin. So, in short po, Mr. Chair, nagkaroon na siguro na miscommunication dun sa inisip niya po kasi yung pagsabi ko, Attorney Mans, meron kasing anonymous text. May mga text po kasi, Mr. Senator, regarding sa mga shipments na negative naman, allegedly laden with rice and sugar, tapos turn out to be negative, tapos nagbabayad ng demurahe po. So yun po yung sabi niya, yun, sinabi niya na po, I don't care, and busy po siya. So pagsabi po, umalis din po ako.
Bakit ho niya binanggit na ikaw yung representante ng Davao Group? Medyo, kasi yun ho yung binanggit ho niya in the last hearing. So meron kayong natanggap na text message? Yan ho sinasabi ho ninyo?
Marami po kasi sa Bureau, Mr. Chair, mga anonymous text messages na ito po ay na-alert, namimera lang po, iwasan tong mga tao na to. May mga ganyan po, Mr. Chair. And then, meron pong kaukulang epekto po sa pag-hit ng target. Ito po yung nagiging problema, katulad nga po binanggit nila Senator Lacson po na maaari pong magkaroon ng negative effect. Yung mga investors, ganito rin po kasi, Mr. Chair, yung kung mamarapatin niyo po, ma-explain ko rin yung side sa BOC. It's actually, it takes two to tango. Meaning po, yung mga tao na bumibili, kahit ilagyan mo ng smuggle o hindi nagbayad ng tamang buwis, yung itong supermarket na to at ito nagbayad, ang tendency is doon sila bumibili sa kahit na smuggle, no matter ano po yung procedure. So nangyayari po, from the importer, yung gustong supplier, going to the logistics, yung importer, yung logistics provider, ipinapabid pa po sa mga brokers. So thinking, yung mga brokers din po, akala nila okay lang na ibid because the freight is fixed. Ang nangyayari po, yung duties and taxes, yun ang binababa. So may tendency na i-falsify mo yung invoice
Pagdating sa subcontractor, papunta po sa player, mababa na. So that explains the reason. That explains the case. Ito pong sinasabing malayo masyado, 1,000 ang value, ginawa pong 100. Yung duties po na nawala, hindi naman po ninakaw lahat. But napunta po sa murang bilihin. So hanggat may bumibili po sa mga stores na mura, parang kinukondone din po natin yung smuggling po. Kaya nahihirapan
ibang issue na yan na Mr. Barte. Ang sinasabi mo is dahil sa smuggling, may epekto yan sa merkado. Positibo sa consumer. Pero ibang issue na yan. Ang tanong ko, simple lang. No? So merong 60 containers na itigil. According to a news report, yung nakalagay household apparel. Actually, this is the report of Captain Gambala also. Ang totoo ay cosmetics tsaka apparel na iba po yung duties. Is that correct?
Mr. Chair, wala po ako sa details.
Okay. Let me ask Captain Gambala, who I requested to research this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. When the containers were opened, there's some different from what was declared.
Okay. Iba yung naka-declare, tinigil siya, pero eventually, nilabas rin siya.
Yes, sir.
In fact, dito sa memo mo dito, tinigil siya ng August 2, pero nung September 20, after another examination, no discrepancy na siya.
Yes, sir.
So ano nangyari? Nagpalit yung laman nung container?
Actually, sir, in my investigation, sir, I think there was a derogatory information about that shipment, that it contained an agricultural product, specifically, I think, rice.
Okay.
So that's why it was alerted, sir.
Okay, so naitigil siya dahil akala bigas.
Yes, sir. When they opened it, they saw household items, sir.
So hindi nga siya agricultural. So mali yung report na cosmetics and apparel yung laman. It really was household items.
Yes, sir. I think so, sir.
You think so? You're sure? Because ang nakalagay sa news reports, nakalagay daw doon household items. Ang sinasabi ninyo, akala nyo bigas.
That's what
check ninyo, household items ba talaga o cosmetics and apparel?
What I learned is the information was there was a derogatory information, sir, na rice, yes, sir. Kaya siya in-alert. That was the reason it was alerted, sir.
It was alerted tapos chinek?
Yes, sir. In-open. And they found out yung mga household items, sir.
So household items talaga.
Yes,
so yung initial report ng balita na sinabi pa ni Captain File doon meron pa siyang papatayin daw niya yung mga, basta may ganun pa siyang statement, papatayin niya yung mga nag-iiba ng mga invoice o kung ano man. You're saying it was correct. Wala hong problema yung container na yon. Right now, yan po yung sinasabi po ninyo.
I was able to find out, sir, kung ano yung examination report, sir, nung mga...
Okay, can we find the examination report?
Yes,
because
sir,
the news clippings at yung sinasabi nyo ngayon, magkaiba, no?
Yes,
and
sir,
we can ask the reporter to come in the next hearing to validate kung totoo nga yung kung yung report nga niya ay totoo o hindi. So if you can kindly provide the examination report as well.
Yes, sir.
Alright, Mr. Barte, habang nangyayari ito, sabi ho ni Attorney Anderson, wala siya dito, but we expect her to be here in the next hearing. Pumunta ka daw sa kanya at ang sabi nyo, containers ito ng Davao Group, quote-unquote. Sinabi nyo po ba ito?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Alright. May pinakita ka bang mga text message sa kanya?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So wala kang pinakitang text sa kanya?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Actually, ang sabi ko po sa kanya, Mr. Chair, ang tawag ko po kasi sa kanya kasi early days pa is Attorney Man. Sabi ko, Attorney Man, may mga text messages. So I was referring to Attorney Man sa kanya. So sabi niya, nalito siya, na-confuse siya dun sa sinabi ko. Kasi sinabi ko rin, sir, na ang point ko lang sabihin is, under sa lateral attrition law, solely liable yung negligent na tao. So sa CMTA ngayon, sir, sa alert orders, dapat may pag-aralan talaga, hindi lang basta-basta galing sa text, galing sa ano. Kailangan merong pag-aaral na gawin bago i-alert. Kasi po, ang laki-laki ng binabayaran na demoraya.
I understand that, Mr. Barte. Pero simple lang naman yung tanong eh. Kung meron ba dun sa mga players ang totoong nakikiusap kay Commissioner Faeldon at kay Attorney Anderson? Yun lang naman talaga yung tanong. At nabanggit ka, no? Now, unfortunately, wala si Attorney Anderson dito. Magandang magharap siguro kayo sa susunod na hearing. Nung nandito siya nung nakarang hearing at marami pong nandito noon, she was very adamant na ang pakiusap mo sa kanya iba. So to be fair, hintayin na lang natin siyang magharap kayo para makapag-usap rin tayong lahat ng sabay-sabayan. Now, are you connected in any way to the so-called Davao Group? Yung kay Nani, kay Jack, kay anuman, are you connected in any way sa kanila?
Wala po akong nakikilala sa kanila yun.
Just to be fair, Mark, kilala niyo ba itong si Mr. Barte?
No, Your Honor.
Alright, sige. Just to be fair lang to everybody. So, if kung mamarapatin natin siguro, hintayin na lang ho natin si Attorney Anderson. I'm still hoping Commissioner Faeldon will grace us with his presence. Kasi yung karamihan po ng mga nabanggit dito, palagay ko siya rin po siguro yung pwedeng magtestigo. No? So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to suspend this hearing. And all resource persons present today in this hearing are invited to attend the next scheduled hearing. This will be on September 25 at 9 a.m. The hearing is suspended.
Yan naman po ang pagdinig pa rin ng Senado, kaugnay pa rin po sa shabu shipment na pumasok sa pamamagitan po ng Bureau of Customs. Muli pong binusisi ng mga senadora sa pangunguna ni Senate Blue Ribbon Chair Gordon ang sistema ng Bureau of Customs at pinaalalahanan silang gawin ang lahat para hindi na malusutan pa sa mga susunod na mga kargamento. Huwag kong bibitiw, magpapatuloy pa rin ang mga maiinit na balita sa pagbabalik ng Balitang Hali.